Hey friends, so today's video is just a tad bit different than normal. It's actually a live stream that I just wrapped up over on my Facebook page, but I wanted to put it here because it is a training. It's actually an hour and 8 minutes long. I'm just going to tell you up front, but what I have found is that the people who want the information that you are offering are going to take in the information that you're offering. And so it's a meaty training. It is an hour-long training. If you purchased a training from me, it would be as good and as lengthy as this training. And I don't know any trainings out there that teach you as in-depth as what I taught in this training, which is all about how to create your first digital product or information product. In this case, I honed in on creating your first ebook with absolutely no upfront cost. Now, if you want to take it a step further and you are ready to do it on a more advanced level, then I do mention in this training how you can actually pay to have your product created for you. Because remember, there's always two types of investments. There's an investment of time and there's an investment of money. And if you don't have time, you probably have the money. And if you don't have money, you better have the time, because it's going to take one of those. Sometimes it takes both of those in order for you to do this thing that we call online business. So many people want to live the dream of making $100,000, $10,000 a month, hitting six figures in their first year. And I get it. I've been there, done that. But when I came into this thing, in 2009 and started actually making money in 2011, and then in 2016 where I started a second business, well, probably more than my second business. I had done a lot of businesses that failed, but my actual most successful business in 2016, where I was able to show others the possibility of being able to stay home and create an income for my moms and my women work at home hopefuls, and that it was possible. I wasn't thinking about the money that I could make. I just knew if I could get on Periscope, I would be able to build a sustainable following, and that would turn into an income. I had no email list. I had no Facebook group. Like, I didn't have an audience. I had nobody. Friends and family on social media, just like all of you. But I was able to do it. And if I can do it, nothing has changed now except for the fact that you may have to be a little more consistent in your pursuit. And I was consistent, but even now, consistency is the key. The reason why these people that are making the money that they're making is not because there's some magic formula, not because they know more than you, because a lot of people don't know as much as you, but they're consistent and they're determined. And so if you want to leave your job, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom with a work-at-home online income, if you want to create a supplemental income that allows you to move to your dream home, allows you to drive the car that you want to drive, that allows you to homeschool your kids, because now you can make money from home and you don't have to go to your 9 to 5 and sacrifice putting them in school or subjecting them to public school if that's not what you want. If you want those abilities, if you want those freedoms, stick with me. I'm going to show you how to do it, but you have to be consistent. I could give you all the tips and training in the world, but if you're not willing to be consistent, it doesn't really matter. So I hope you dig in, you take notes, you grab your pen and paper now, because you're gonna need it, and dive into this training. This training normally sells for $47. I have taken it off the market because I'm rebuilding it and putting even more in-depth content after those who have gone through it, the testimonials that I have gotten of success with this training. I want to do more, and so I'm rebuilding the training completely from scratch, with a little bit of what I put in the first training, and that will be a part of my ebook that comes out on July 4th. But in this particular training that I did here on Facebook, I gave it all to you. I went through the actual training that I did created last year before, and I walked you through it and gave you everything from how to create the product, how to zone in on your niche audience and what you have to offer, how to break that offer down into bite-sized pieces so that your audience understands it, how to market it, what platform to put it on, what platform and tools I use to create my free ebooks and that ebook turnaround, and created multiple information products. And I was able to make over $19,000, $20,000 in 12 months just for my digital products. And that doesn't include the $100,000 business that I built with my consulting and my coaching. And so it's very possible to make that and more. And remember, I made $20,000 with digital information products because that was money I was making in my sleep. I set it up, I created it, and I let it sell itself. But what if I would have promoted it? What if I would have every month taken a special class and said, this is the class of the month? Think about how much more income I would have been able to produce. So just on me creating the product upfront, putting some marketing behind it in the beginning in front of my target audience, and kind of setting it and forgetting it, that's what passive income is all about. But do you notice I did the work in the beginning? I didn't just magically create an ebook, put it on my Facebook, and expect it to make me $20,000. It does not work like that. And if nothing else you get from me, you're going to get honesty and transparency and truth, because I really want to see you win. And I have been guilty in the past of falling into the trap of make money online. It's easy. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it that wants to do it. And everybody that wants to do it has to be willing to put in the work that it takes to get it done. So hopefully you take this training that I'm giving to you absolutely free. Others have paid $47 for it and the workbook, but you're getting it for free today. So take notes and leave your comments below and let me know what you think. What did you take away? What did you learn? What product are you going to create? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. I love you, and thanks for subscribing. See you soon. Hey you guys, hello. So let me just really quick invite a couple people and we will get started. This is going to be a teaching live stream, so hopefully you have your pen and paper ready, because I'm going to drop a lot of good juicy nuggets that when you leave this live stream, you will be able to not only go away and create your first digital product or your next digital product with ease, you will also have the knowledge on how to get your digital product in front of the people who want, who are interested, who need, who are ready to buy your product. That's a few different people, but I'm also going to talk to you about some of the things that are kind of behind the scenes that a lot of people don't look at and people tend not to talk about when it comes to making money online, and just share a little bit of my experience on what I know it takes to build an successful online brand, but more so about sustainability and profitability. They are not the same. And I'm going to break those down to you, and hopefully you will be able to get what you need from this as it pertains to creating a sustainable online business that you can be proud of, that is going to do what I think should be number one for every entrepreneur, every person that's looking to create an online business, because our online businesses mean that we are creating a product or service that serves people. And the number one thing is service. So hopefully you'll be able to walk away from here with a new way to not only get what you have in front of others, but to also scale up in the way you serve others. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for this live stream teaching. My name is Shayla Smart, and I am known as the Mom Genius. And not too long ago, I was looking for a work at home option for myself so that I could stay home with my daughters. Give me just a second. I always seem to be having some lighting issues, and it always looks rather dark in here, so hopefully we have a little bit more light here. So not too long ago, I was looking at some work at home options, and I really wanted to be able to stay home with my girls. And so at that time, I started off with what I know now as consulting and teaching. And teaching has been a passion of mine since I was a little girl, but I never thought of myself as going to college or anything to become a teacher. I just really understood that when people knew information and tried to welcome that information back to others, sometimes it didn't come across very clear because that person was a professional. For example, I had a math teacher in college, and she literally had a PhD in mathematics. Like, who would want to go to school for that? Well, obviously she did. And so math had always been that subject that kind of tripped me up. And so I would get frustrated with math. I did really well in school outside of math. And math, of course, was part of my overall grades. So it pulled my grades down each level that I went up when it came to math, because math just was not my strong suit. And I'm talking complicated math, like we're talking algebra beyond basics, calculus. Like I never even got to those sort of levels, but just the basics of everything past polynomials was like over the top for me. Hey there, welcome. Is it Leah? Hi, Leah. Welcome. Hey, Tamika. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. If you are here, please share this out. I'm going to be dropping some nuggets, and you're going to walk away with being able to create a product, a digital product that you can sell as your expert genius product. So be sure to share this out. And if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay and let me know that you were here. And so I just really became passionate about teaching because I understood what it felt like to have a teacher who was exponentially advanced in the subject, like having a PhD in math. Hey there, Luan, welcome. Hey there, Denise, welcome. And if you're watching this on YouTube, bear with me through my highs and hellos, because this is live right this moment as I'm recording it. And if you're watching this on another platform, just bear with me through the first few moments of introductions. If you're watching this on a excuse me, a non-live platform, but I do appreciate you. And if you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. I would appreciate it. And so having someone with a PhD in math teach me math and say, this is easy, you should be able to get this, you should understand this, even at a college level, it made me feel small, because I was like, well, of course it's easy for you. You have a PhD in math, and you didn't do that by accident. You chose that path because math is something that comes easy to you. But what I learned from that particular instance is, in creating anything, in doing business, the best thing you can do for your business is do something that comes easy to you. Do something that comes natural to you, right? And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. Now, I actually have some notes here on my computer because I actually have a full product. Let me just see if I can swipe these comments to the side so I can see my screen. I feel like I'm trying to look over the comments. Yeah, there we go. I have a full training that talks all about, and I will just show you here on my computer. I have a full training that talks about how I made a $20,000 with my digital product business in just about a year's time. And that was additional income on top of my coaching and consulting and training business. That was completely separate from my main business. But this here is just the outline, the inside of a workbook that I created, and it has a workbook and an audio training, and it was a very, very, very powerful training, one of my best-selling trainings to date. But today I'm going to go through this very training with you absolutely completely free. So if you don't have a pen and paper, you probably want to grab one, and let me tell you who this is for. This is for those of you who want to start an online business and you don't have a product, or you have no idea how to create a product or what you should create, or you've been watching all of the gurus create products and tell you these are different ways that you can make $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 online. And I'm not saying any of those people are wrong, because if they did it, then it's possible, right? It can be done. But the problem is, we sometimes get caught up in the numbers, and we look at other people's success and say, wow, they made $100,000. I want to make $100,000, which in true essence, you don't want to make $100,000. What you want to make is $3,000 or $5,000 a month, because you just want to be able to replace your income from your job. But we look at what somebody else is doing and we make that our goal, and we mess up every single time we do that. So today, I'm telling you what I did, but I'm also telling you that you have to have your own set of goals, right? You have to have your own goals in place. And if in fact you want to make $100,000, nothing wrong with that. It's possible. However, there's stepping stones to that. You don't just fall out of digital product land with $100,000 in sales, unless a few things are in place. And one of those things is if you're running paid traffic, that is possible to happen, but you have to be darn good at your targeting. If you have a large audience already that is used to buying from you and they are primed and ready, and I'm using prime, I can't think of another word at the moment, so I don't mean anything by it, but if they're primed and ready to purchase from you, meaning they know you, they're familiar with you, they've bought from you before, because it's always going to be 1,000 times easier to sell to someone who's already purchased from you in the past, because they know you, they know what you're about. You've already won their know, like, and trust. However, for those of you who've never sold anything online, who don't have an audience, and who are not really good at marketing because you don't understand it, or you just don't know how to market, this training is for you. So I'm just going to jump in and go through a couple of questions through this training that I want you to write down and I want you to answer. And if you skip one question and go to the next, it's not going to work, period, point blank. It's just not. Why do people not have success? I had so many people asking me, well, Shayla, how did you make $100,000 in less than 6 months? How did you make your first $10,000 in less than 45 days? Well, I did it because, number one, I was consistent. Number one, be consistent. Whatever you start, make a declaration that you will finish. You cannot start something today and do it for the rest of the week, and then next week you don't look at it again. Like, I have been nonstop. I have a board here. Let me see if I can show you. And if you watch my last YouTube video, you saw that, and it has my income goals for the month of July. It has my products that I'm launching. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. It has the products that I'm launching, has my income goals for the month of July. It has my projected income. It has how much I'm going to make from each thing that I launch. Let me zoom out. Oh no, it won't let me zoom. Oh boy. I zoomed it in, now I can't zoom it out, so let me just scoot it back. Now, how did I do that? Hey everybody that's coming in. My intention right now was to zoom in and show you guys something, and now I zoomed in and I can't zoom it out. Doesn't that suck? Okay, let's try this again. Oh, okay, it's back. Okay, there we go. So anywho, yeah, so those are things that I showed on my last behind the scenes video on my YouTube. If you have not subscribed to me on YouTube, it is The Mom Genius. Just type in The Mom Genius on YouTube and be sure to subscribe and hit that little notification bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified as soon as my videos go out. So, all right, let's jump into today's content. Thank you everybody for being here. Have pen and paper. Hey, Miss Lisa. Hello, how are you? Hey, Denise. Thank you for being here. So hopefully you have pen and paper. If you are sitting and you're not driving, you're not doing something that is occupying your hands at this moment, and you don't have pen and paper, you're not serious, and the time that you're spending watching it, I don't know, it's not going to benefit you. Write this down, because this is free training. This paid training, normally I've sold this training for $47 since its launched, and it's still $47, but I'm not selling it to you. I'm not offering you anything to buy today. I'm not offering anything but free value. So please take advantage of it, because I don't believe I'm going to leave this up on Facebook forever just because of the value of the training, right? So step number one. When you're creating a digital product or an information product, you can call it either or. Digital just means it's delivered via the cloud. It's delivered in cyberspace. There's no tangible to it. You can make it a tangible product as well, but digital, just to clarify what digital means, because we do live in an internet world. And if you're new to this space, I just want to make sure you understand what I'm saying when I'm saying digital product. So a digital product is a product that is delivered via through email, or you can download it to your device. So you can download it to your phone, you can download it to your computer, your tablets, et cetera, et cetera. It's a file that you get and you can save. And so a digital product can consist of an ebook, an e-course, an e-audio, even a video. A video could be a digital product, right? So this could also be memberships, This could also be one-time courses or master classes. If you've heard any of those names before, those are all digital products in nature. But today, the focus when I created this training was for you to create an ebook. But you can take every single principle, every single step, every single piece that I'm teaching you in this course and create any type of digital product you want. And let me just tell you, I don't care if you're retired, if you're a mommy at home and you're like, I don't want to go back to work, or if you're in my case, when I had my first baby, I got really sick during my pregnancy. And so I was off on short-term disability. And then after my pregnancy, I still ended up not going back to work, even though they offered me a schedule that would, fit my lifestyle as a new mom. I still opted not to go back to work. So had I known then what I know now, that time that I was off waiting on baby to come, I would have set and I would have created digital products. And those digital products could have talked about the process of being a first-time mom, just the process of going through the 9 months of being pregnant with morning sickness and how I cope day to day, different things that helped and soothed my morning sickness. And that could have easily turned into a blog, but I could have created digital information products just off of that. And that's the thing that I want to hone in the most on this training is, what is it that you know? So number one, what is your niche? I'm just going to read to you the breakdown of what that means. So what do you know how to do? What are you good at? AKA, what are you an expert in? Even if you don't believe you're an expert, if you're good at it and you can get that information to other people and they can understand it, or other people want to know what it is, now they've created or made you the expert because they're coming to you for the information and for the advice. So number one, what is your niche? What do you know how to do? What are you good at or expert in? And I want you to list 3 to 5 things, then choose one. For this particular formula, just choose one, because the truth of the matter is people are good at a lot of things. You may be good at making baby food. You may be good at reupholstering furniture. You may be good at braiding hair. You may be good at getting kids potty trained. But narrow that down to one thing. What is something that you like to do, that is enjoyable for you, and that people come to you about? It could be baking cakes. It could be organizing events, etc., etc., etc. It doesn't matter what it is. What is it? Figure out that one thing and write that down. That's what we're going to go with. Flesh it out, do a brain dump, get it all out, 3 to 5 things. But then out of those 3 to 5 things, choose one. And for those of you like, I don't have 3 to 5 things I'm good at, I only have one, then that's your one, right? So that's number one. Number two, what do you know? So I hope you're writing this down. What do you know? What do you know about the thing that you listed above? So that number one thing that you chose, what do you know about it? So if your number one thing was, let's just say potty training. If your number one thing was, how to speedily or easily help children to become potty trained without the tears and the fussing and the whatever, and you have your own special system because maybe you've done this for your children, your grandchildren, your daycare children, maybe you've done this for friends' kids or whatever, you're just really good at getting kids potty trained in a timely fashion, then write down maybe 3 to 5 things you know about that particular one thing. So whatever you're expert in, write down 3 to 5 things you know about that, right? Okay, then what are some statistics or facts or inside information do you have about what you know? So everything in the world has a success rate. Everything in the world it either has worked or it hasn't worked according to people's own perceptions, right? So in potty training these children, what is your success rate? What are the statistics? What do you know? Do you know that the sticker method of potty training just really does not work, or does it work really well, or does it work for a certain type of child? Do you know that there's 2 types of potty trainers, the independent potty trainer and the I'm scared of sitting on the toilet because I think I'm going to fall in potty trainer? That's 2 different types of potty trainer. Those are statistics for you. So now you can talk about the child who's really independent and they want to do it and they want to do what they see the big kids doing or what mommy and dad are doing. And then there's the child who has a total fear of sitting on the toilet. Like they cry if you even attempt to put them on top of a potty chair or a toilet. So that would be 2 different types of children, 2 different types of statistics, because your product is not likely going to be one size fits all. There's going to be a myriad of options between the 2. Let me just see if you guys are commenting. Okay. So you want to figure out a statistic or a success rate. Let's change the example for a second. So let's say you are a online marketer. like myself. So you want to get in front of people who want to learn how to better market their products, get it in front of people and make sales. So what are the statistics about that? Well, the true statistics are, I mean, we can take it all the way back to people who create a business usually within the first, I think it's 5 years, fail. Now we see businesses going up at a different rate than they did back in the day. But the truth is people start and stop all the time. I know this because I've worked with over hundreds of women and helping them build businesses online. And I've seen the nature of, I want to have a business. I want to make $50,000 a month. But then when it comes to doing the steps to make the money, they don't want to do it. And also I know a statistic is, if I was talking to a specific group of people, I can say that there's a lot of women who are working 9 to 5s. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Bless me. There are a lot of women working, and I say women because that is my niche of groups. Moms and women work at home hopefuls is my group, my niche group. And so I know there's a lot of moms and a lot of women who are working 9 to 5s, and they say, oh, I want to quit my job, or oh, I'm ready to retire, but I don't have, you know, the income that I need to retire. So I want to create a business. So because they have a 9 to 5, for some of them, not all, but for a good amount of them, that's what they've done for the last X amount of years, the last 5, 10, 8, 20, 25, 30 years. And so now thinking, I want to retire and I need another way to have income, they have a mindset of a worker. Not saying anything's wrong with it, but the truth is they have a mindset of a worker. And so now to think I'm starting a new chapter in my life with retirement, that's a whole thing within itself. But now you mean to tell me I got to learn how to be my own boss? Because being your own boss, as great and as fabulous as it sounds, it is a process, right? Especially if you're used to going to work and having someone else lay out what exactly it is you need to do. Even if you're a manager or a supervisor, you still have somebody over you, right? Somebody in corporate, somebody owns the business, somebody is telling you or setting the map of what it is that you need to do to succeed in your business, in your work. So now saying, oh, I got to go and be my own boss and manage my own time. And if I don't do it, I don't make money. If I don't do it, it doesn't get done. Like, that's a whole process. Owning a business, there is a process, right? So what I do know as a statistic is women who are already working a full-time job and want to start a business, there's a switch that has to be turned on, so to speak. And so when I'm teaching and training these types of women who have 9 to 5s but want to start a business to replace their income, not just supplemental, but to actually get away from their job, I have to speak a different language to them, because I understand that you're going from somebody laying out the roadmap and all you have to do is show up and do the work, to now I am the one to show up. I am the one to do the work. And if it doesn't happen, then the business doesn't grow. And a lot of women, they fall off because it's so much easier to just continue with the income that you have coming in, because the truth is you have a cushion. So that starting a business, if it's not completely, absolutely important to you, you're not going to do it. You're not going to take it serious, and you're going to start getting ready because you have a 9 to 5 to fall back on. Now, there's another statistic that I could put for my group of niche audience as a online marketer. There's a group of stay-at-home moms, or some moms who are working at home, making a little bit of money. Maybe they're selling a couple things here or there, or they're just saying, I want to add an additional income. Maybe the spouse is the only one bringing in money, and they want to add an additional income. And they're like, well, I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do that. So they have all the time in the world, seemingly, to research and look at what everybody else is doing. This blogger, that blogger, this online marketer, that online marketer, this person's on Instagram, this person's on Periscope, this person's on Facebook, teaching all of these things, and they're just eating up all the webinars. They're getting all the information, and then they get information overload, and they end up doing absolutely nothing to bring in an additional income, and they feel overwhelmed, and they feel like it's never going to work for them. So that's another statistic, or another group of people that I could be talking to. And I know that I have to speak a different language for that group as well. They need a plan. They need a roadmap of the steps that you need to take first. What you're seeing somebody do at $100,000, it's probably not going to work for you, because you haven't made your first dollar, or you haven't made your first $100. So you got to start in the step you're in, as Shanda says. You have to start at the step you're in, right? So those are that's what I'm talking about when I say statistics. So figure out the statistics in your market of people, in your group of people that you're going to serve with whatever it is that you're offering. Okay, so I hope I made that point clear. So that's number 2. What do you know about the thing you listed above? What are some of the statistics and facts that what inside information do you have about what you know? And if you could point out and tell them one or two main things about the thing that you are good at, what would you tell your reader? And I say reader because in this case we're creating an ebook as our digital product, but remember, you can use this information to create any of the digital products that I mentioned in the beginning of this. So what are two things that you would take and teach on from what you know? Now, as an online marketer, I know a plethora of things, right? I have a plethora of experience of failures. Got a lot of those. Success in business, the different type of clients I worked with when it comes to getting your payments, when it comes to coaching and consulting, when it comes to raising your prices, when it comes to offering a product or service, when it comes to marketing. Like, there's a ton of stuff that I could share with my audience that I'm teaching how to build businesses and market their products online. But I have to narrow it down to two things, right? Because this is an information product. This is a digital product. You can't teach everything in one product. It would be too overwhelming. You don't want to stagnate your people. And also from a marketing perspective, remember I said I'm going to talk about the behind the scenes stuff that most people don't talk about. So from a marketing and a sales perspective, you want to leave them desiring the next thing. That doesn't mean skimp on your product that you offer. This product here, this product teaches you how to create an actual product. So that is a step within itself. That is usually the hard part for people, right? Creating the product. Because once you have the product, then you can move on to the next thing. So now I'm going to teach them how to create the product. I'm going to teach them how to get what it is they know and put it into a product. And then the second thing I would probably teach them is how to market or how to get that product in front of people, right? Or maybe how to get paid, how to set up their payment system, how to structure their pricing. Maybe I would teach them how to take that one product and turn it into many. So those are like 4 different things I can teach just on 1 or 2 main points, right? So that's like 4 different things, but I only want to teach them 2. So don't overwhelm your people. Pick 2 things out of the thing that you know and break it down into 2 points, right? The math, PhD math teacher example, if she could teach me one concept on how to multiply X minus T equals Y, because I don't even know why that even makes sense. But if she could teach me just the multiplication concept, then we can move on to the division concept or the subtraction or the addition. But if she tries to teach me the multiplication, the division, the subtraction, and it's too much. So think of that when you're creating your 2 main concepts that you're going to talk about in your digital product. Okay, so then step number 3, what can you show and tell? What can you show me and the thing that you are good at? So if I'm good at digital marketing or online marketing, what can I show you? What can I tell you about it? Well, I can tell you that digital online marketing starts with an online platform. Like, you got to have a space to get in front of people with the thing that you have. So then I may want to break down how to get your product in front of people using social media. And there's a dog barking outside, if you can hear that. Sorry. So I may want to talk to you about social media and how using the freeness of social media is your best gateway to getting in front of a broad spectrum of people for 0 marketing dollars. Right? So I may break down just a couple of steps. Okay, you can use Facebook groups, and I'm telling you this, but I'm actually teaching you at the same time. So you want to get your product in front of people using Facebook groups. You want to use your live stream capabilities, not just on one platform, because everybody doesn't migrate to one platform anymore. We have so many things with Periscope, Facebook Live, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. There's so many ways to get in front of people, and it's not just with live stream, but with content, right? And I would stress the importance this day and age about the power of content. YouTube especially. I use YouTube right now, and I'm not getting paid from YouTube, even though I've reached 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. But I'm not using YouTube because it pays me. That's not my main focal point. My main focal point with YouTube is being able to create marketing, to be able to create content that allows me to market what it is that I do in my business for others to a vast array of people, because it is I think it's still the second highest search engine vehicle next to Google. Google owns YouTube. So that gives me marketing power. Whereas if you're starting off and you're brand new at getting whatever it is you have to get in front of people, you need to be using some type of platform that allows you to get in front of a group of people that you would never be able to do on your own, and without spending marketing dollars if you're just started out and you don't have the marketing money to spend. Now, I'm going to encourage you to create a marketing budget, because you do need to be able to get in front of people beyond just your social media platforms, because it's free. So many people flock and never do anything. They're just interested in hearing, but they're not going to be your long-term customers and buyers. They're just there for the show, so to speak. And so eventually that will not benefit you. So it's a great place to start, but eventually you want to go and get in front of people who are going to pay. And usually you get those best results through paid traffic or word of mouth. So that's something that I could show and tell my people inside of the product that I'm creating. If your example is potty training, then what can you show and tell? This is where results come into play, so you can show other moms and parents maybe your journey of potty training your own children. Maybe you want to film some of the steps that you do, a day in the life, how you get up in the morning and actually start the potty training routine from the first part of the day. If you're putting on pull-ups or regular underwear on your toddler or your little one, to get them into the groove of potty training and going to the potty. Do you do reminders? Do you set timers? Do you keep them on the same schedule every day? Do you stay in the house for that 30 days that you're potty training, or whatever length of time it is, just to make the routine clearer? What are the steps that you do? And if you're saying, Shayla, well, I haven't sold anything, so I don't have any testimonials or results, you are your best testimonial. You are your best result. Remember, back at the beginning, we talked about what is it that you know? What do you know? And if you are teaching something that you've done in the past, and you're not right now, say your child is 12, so they're not learning potty training, but you have done these steps before and they've worked, then the best thing for you to do is go through the series of events on what you did. Explain exactly what you did, how you did it step by step. And then once you start to do that and these results work for other people, or people say, hey, this worked for me, then you'll be able to share those results. The same thing I have here inside of my workbook. When I first started online making money, or started doing business online, all I had was my own results. So I wanted to stay at home, so I went through and I talked about how I was able to start a business on my own and get results. But then, if you can see here on my workbook, I have testimonials. And you can see here from people who have worked with me, who have been able to get results. And you see one of the results right here talks about taking just a little bit of what I said. It says, I used some of the text you gave me and they're inboxing me. You rock. And I know that particular client got results for a membership program and for people to start engaging with them on social media, which is very important to get in front of people who, again, want what it is that you have. And so she took something that I shared with her in another membership training that I had, and she applied it, and then she got people to start engaging with her, and those engaged people then turned into actual paying clients for her, people who were signing up for her product offer that she had, that she was teaching them how to save money. And so it takes you getting in front of people, but you need to use the platforms and things that are available to you. So then you could talk about that and have testimonials if you have some. If you don't have any testimonials, no problem. Talk about your story and what you did. Because if it works for one person, that's what people want to see. Have you done it? Did it work for you? Have you gotten other people results? And until you can get somebody else results, you have to tell your story or what you've done for yourself. Some of your results may come from family members or friends, and that is fine as well. As long as they are getting results by the methods that you're teaching, the things that you're sharing, it's worked for you. Maybe you're in maybe you're doing network marketing, and so other people in your community are getting results. It is okay to share the results that other people are getting, as long as you stand behind and trust that those results are true. You can share the results that other people are getting in the networking community that you're in. So it doesn't have to be directly your results. People don't care if it was you or somebody else, but they do care that it is working for people as a whole, right? So that is how you're going to get on social media. You're going to talk about your results. You're going to talk about the steps that did work. You're going to talk about the things that that did not work. You can compare things if you're doing a comparison. So some of you may have blogs and you're trying to grow your blog. And so you may want to do some comparisons. So you may want to talk about product A, and now here's the ice cream truck, and product B, and compare those two products. For those of you that are making money through affiliate marketing or want to grow an affiliate marketing business or a affiliate marketing income, then one of the best things you can do is compare products. So product A gave me these results. Product B gave me these results. Tool A gave me these results. Tool B gave me these results. And this is what worked. This is what I like better about tool A. This is what I like better about tool B. And you want to just compare products. And there's always more than one of the same type of product. So example, email marketing, there's Aweber, there's ConvertKit, there's GetResponse, there's ActiveCampaign, there's the bigger boys like that do all of it, Infusionsoft, Entreport, throw ClickFunnels in there. Like there's all of these products, and if you can get and do research on one product and another product and compare them, this is going to grab people's attention. You can do this through video. You can do this on social media. You can write a blog post. You can write a report and give it away to people for free, and create a comparison scenarios to show people, hey, this and this, I've tried them both, and this is what I think of each of them, and this is the one that I choose. And there you go. You're now influencing people on what to buy because you showed them what works based on your own research. So if you don't have testimonials, if you don't have previous case studies, if you don't have results from other people, you just have yourself, then those are 3 different ways, maybe 4, I lost count, of how you can get in front of people with what it is that you have from your ebook. Okay, so hopefully this is helping you. Hopefully this is supporting you. I'm just looking over these notes and see if there's okay, one point I do want to hone in on. These are some things that you do definitely want to add into your product. Let me see how you guys are doing. Hey, everybody that's coming in. Hey there. Hey there. Hey, Celeste. Oh, you're welcome, Luan. You're so welcome. Oh, thank you, Denise. You're welcome. Let's see. I'm in the office, but need to get out of here. Don't want to miss the valuable training. Because yes, it'll be up for replay for a little bit of time, Miss Luan, so you'll be able to catch it. Hey, Sharonda. Yes, it will be up for a little while. After this, it will be over on YouTube. By tonight, it'll be on YouTube. So you can catch it on my YouTube, The Mom Genius. Just search that on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, and you'll get a notification if you hit the little bell when I upload it. Oh, good. I'm so glad it's helping. I'm so glad. Okay, so the next 2 points that I really want to hone in on as I wrap up, and these are probably the most crucial of everything. And number 1 is to identify the frustrated because the child, my connection is going in and out. Internet. So I'm talking about pain points. So if I was a marketer, I would be asking you what is keeping them from starting an online business. What is the problem that they're seeing while they're not making money online? If they do have a product but they are not making money, or people are opting in maybe to the freebie but they're not upselling to the paid thing. What is the like? I would hone in on those pain points based on what I'm teaching, because you want to solve a problem. The pain point is the problem. What's keeping them up at night? What's frustrating them? What's keeping them awake? What's making them not get to the success that they want in whatever they're trying to do? So as a potty training mama, what is frustrating her? What is keeping her from not getting to the success of having a potty trained child? And they're 3 years. I have my own potty training story with my oldest one. She literally would not potty train. She was 4 years old. Yes, I said 4 years old. 4 years old. But me and her had a real good conversation, and she was potty trained. Now, I probably wouldn't go and teach that method to people publicly. That's not my sweet spot. That's not my zone of genius or expertise. Potty training is not my thing. However, I had a method that worked because I got so frustrated with why are you still doing what you're doing at 4 years old and you know better. And then I said, finally, we're going to have a heart to heart. I'm not playing no games with you no more. You're going to use this bathroom the way you should be doing at 4 years old. So my method probably wasn't the best. But the pain point for me was I was frustrated that she just would not do it. Now, had I went and got an expert, they probably would have explained to me that because I had a new baby in the house that was still wearing diapers, that was an effect for her, but I had to figure that out the hard way. But that would have been a pain point, and that's something that you could have a conversation about, how to separate the two, how to make the older one feel, hey, you're a big girl or a big boy, now it's time for you to show an example to your little brother or little sister to help them. But the pain point is, I can't get my 4-year-old potty trained. Now I got 2 kids in diapers and it's costing me an arm and a leg. That is a pain point. And so you want to hone in on, I know what your pain point is, and this is how you fix it. These are some steps to solve it. If you can do that in any product that you offer, you will make the money that you want to make, but you will also be giving a great service to people because you're solving the problem. We got problems and we want them solved. That's why we pay for anything that we pay for. Why do people go to fast food 5 days out of the week instead of cooking at home? Because it's convenient. And they have a problem of time. They don't have enough time. They don't have enough energy. And so they go to fast food. That is the pain point. How do I get more time? How do I get more energy? Now I can teach you how to create crock pot meals, how to prepare your meals for the whole week with just 2 hours a night or something, or 2 hours a week, and you prepare for the whole 7 days or whatever. But find out what the pain point is. What is the thing that they're hurting about? What is the thing that is making them uncomfortable? What is the thing that is not allowing them to see the results that they want to see? They don't want to eat fast food because when they look at their monthly statements, they've spent $700 for the month on fast food, or $1,000 a month on fast food. That's a pain point. How do you eliminate the $1,000 or $700 a month fast food budget or fast food bill? This is what you can do, and these are some steps. Because you don't have a lot of time, let me show you how to make 20 to 30 minute meals and make 3 of them in one night. So now you're covered, and you only have to do fast food maybe 4 times instead of 3 times. So I hope you guys are getting the gist of the examples when I'm saying about the pain point. That's probably the most important thing out of everything that people miss. And this is why people develop and launch products and they don't make a dime, or they don't make as many sales as they could because they have not reached the target pain point of their market. Okay, and the next one is solve the pain point, and I kind of went into that already. And you want to spend a good 3 to 5 points of your product, your ebook, your video course, your membership training, whatever it is, making sure that you show them how to solve the problem. Not every problem that they have. Remember, you want to create stepping stones so they can get the next product and the next service and the next thing that you offer, because you can't solve everything in one product. But you definitely want to hone in and make sure when they finish using that product that they have solved the problem. And one tidbit about ebooks should not be overwhelming, and you want to make sure to just, when we talked about at the very beginning, what is one thing you can tell people? And that one thing we break down into many pieces. So when I'm saying 3 to 5 pain points, 3 to 5 ways to solve the pain point, that's still from that one thing that you're talking about. Potty training is the main thing, and we're going to break that down into 3 to 5 different sections, right? So potty training is the main thing. We break it down into 3 to 5 sections. How to create a digital product online, but I'm breaking it down into 3 to 5 sections. But my main point is how to create a digital product that sells, and so you can create a continuous cash flow of income for yourself, right? So let me say it again. Ebook is what I'm teaching you, but I'm teaching you the components of that ebook. So I'm teaching you to talk about statistics and what it has done, how it has worked, what some of the negatives that may come, what are some of the roadblocks that people may run into when creating a digital product or their ebook. And then I'm talking about the pain points. What is it that you are paining from? And why do you need this ebook? You need this ebook because you want to create an online income. My particular audience, which you find out when you create your niche, which we talked about at the beginning, my particular audience wants to create online income because they want the convenience of money in their sleep. They want to be able to create a business that doesn't take over their lives. They want to create a business that allows them to replace their income because they're getting ready to retire, or they're at a job that they hate. And I know my audience only because I've done this for a little bit of time, and I always go and look at analytics. You can get analytics from your Google Analytics. If you have a blog, you can get these from your email. You can get good analytics from YouTube. You can get good analytics from Facebook. You can get good analytics from a lot of sources now, because a lot of times they show you the results of where your traffic and your audience is coming from. And you take those analytics, and I was very surprised to learn the average age of my audience is not what I thought it was. Sorry, phone call. And so you learn your analytics over time, but you start with having a niche. My niche is moms and women work at home hopefuls, meaning they hope to work at home successfully or have a business from home successfully. And so that's my niche group of people. And then I look at what age group would these women likely be. They're probably not going to be in their 20s because those women likely don't have kids. And if they do, they're trying to go to college or they're trying to do these sorts of building their career things. So the majority of my audience is going to be up past the 35 to 40 or closer up into the 55, 60 age range. And I have a lot more 50 to 60 age, 45 to 60 age range people than I do 30 age people, because these people are looking to retire or their children are a little bit older. So now they're ready to start building these online businesses that take more of their attention. And so I just know that from over time, right? But I came into the market saying these are the women that I want to serve, and I kind of built my niche audience from there. So hopefully that makes that clear too. And lastly, getting your product in front of people. Lastly, you want to tell them what to do next. So at the end of your ebook or your product, you want to tell them what they should do next. Remember, I talked about that next product, that next upsell, that next thing. Hey, is it Tisha? Hello, welcome, Maria. Sandria. Oh, that's pretty. Hello, welcome, everybody. And so at the beginning, and I will leave this up so you guys can check out the replay, but I'm going to be moving it over to YouTube, and probably it'll be over on YouTube tonight, but I'll leave it here on Facebook for at least 24 hours so you guys can catch it here. So at the end of your product, you want to tell them what to do next. So this, on your ebook, you want to have a hyperlink, which is a link that they can click right in the product. And this is like the most powerful thing ever. A good ton of the income that I made in my first $10,000 online in my 2016 business came from having hyperlinks in my ebook. Nobody told me that. I just thought about it being convenient for people to click a link inside of your product to get to the next thing that you were sharing with them, which is what you see on blogs. But I just did it because I was like, well, when I'm reading the ebook that's online and somebody says, oh, check out this, or you should reference this, and I have to go and open another window to type it in and to get the address, the URL all wrong, I was like, this is inconvenient. So I'm going to make it easy for my people. So I put hyperlinks throughout my ebook on things that I suggested, tools and all of that. You want to do the same thing at the end of your product. Tell them what to do next. Even if it's something as simple as, if you enjoyed this, be sure to get on my email list, which technically they should be on your email list because they've already bought a product from you. You should be adding their email address to your email list because, like I said in the beginning, people who have bought from you in the past are more likely to buy from you again. It's so much easier to reconnect with the people who are already purchasing from you than to get new clients. So make sure you tell them what to do next. Hey, if you love this, check out my other workbook or my ebook or my digital course, or join my membership. And you give them a link to be able to go there. And if you like, you can give them an incentive to go over or code to get a discount, because then you know where that traffic is coming from as well. It's a great way to track your traffic. And now let me just lastly break down how you create the ebook and get it in front of or make it available for people to buy and pay you. So you can go to Fiverr. Let me just put that out there right now. You can go to fiverr.com, Fiverr. I think it's 2 R. Fiverr.com, and you can pay someone to create an ebook for you. You can get it done for like $150. You can pay somebody to research, get the ebook done for you. They probably have it done in a couple of days to a week. You can pay another person to create your ebook cover. They will research the topic. So if you want to talk about potty training, you can pay someone to talk about it, to research it, to type it up, put it into an ebook, and they'll do all of that for you for about $150 and put it together. And then get somebody to create your ebook cover. You can probably get that done for another $35 to $50, depending on how high quality of an ebook cover you want. You can also get somebody to format it to Amazon for you, so you can sell it on Amazon, and sell it in a digital copy as well as a paperback copy. You can do that. And I have a book on Amazon. So I've gone through the process of getting a book put on Amazon that I wrote. Literally, I sat and wrote myself. I didn't pay anybody to write it. All I did, I paid somebody to edit it, and I paid somebody to create the cover, the graphic. But I wrote the book myself, and then I had to figure out the formatting myself, and I did that on my own. I didn't pay anybody to do that. So I've done that put a book on Amazon, paid somebody to edit it and create the cover. So that is a way to go. You can go a step further, like I said, on Fiverr, and have somebody actually create the actual content for you and do the research and do all of that. If you're willing to pay, it's available. And I always teach there is 2 types of investments: time and money. Time and money. I actually have an ebook. I'm looking at my board here of my July goals. If you watch my YouTube video I just uploaded to Wednesday, it tells you about all of my inside details of what I have coming up. And July 4th, I have an ebook actually coming out that I'm creating all myself, just because I guess I'm old school. I don't know. That's just the way I've always done it, and it comes easy to me. I can usually write an ebook in about 3 hours. So it comes easy to me. It's not hard for me, and I know how to go and create a cover and et cetera, et cetera. But if you want to have somebody on Fiverr do the research, create the ebook, the content, the cover, and all of that for you, you definitely can do that. So I'm just putting that out there. But what I'm sharing with you right now, these steps are if you have no budget, and you need to do this on your own, and this is how you create a absolutely free product to get you started in the marketplace. And then you can take the funds that you make from this first product sale and reinvest it into your business, and then you can hire people to do it for you in the future if you choose to. So I'm just letting you know there's 2 sides. Remember, we're talking about digital products. I'm teaching you how to create an ebook, and I'm giving you the steps that trickle down for that. So yes, you can have somebody do it for you. Yes, you can be completely hands off and just pay your way, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing at all. I'm not shading it. I'm just telling you it is possible. So if you have $200 or $300 to start, depending on the level of quality you want. Only thing about Fiverr is if you don't have a recommendation from someone, sometimes you can get not good service. But for the most part, they do. I just had 2 people on Fiverr do some digital stuff for me and some stuff for my blog, and the work turned out excellent, and it cost me about just a little under $100 for both of those services. So there are good people out there, so put that out there. But if you want to do this, you don't have a budget, you don't have the money to pay someone, or you just want to create your first product yourself, I use Google Docs. You create the information, and I use Grammarly for editing. Hey, Pamela. Hello. Donna. Hi. Did you use Fiverr to edit? No, I paid somebody to edit. And this was in 2011 when I wrote my first book. It's on that's on Amazon. I paid an editor. She actually that was her business. And I think I paid her, oh gosh, it was so long ago. I want to say like $300 and something to edit my book for me. Hey, Felita. And so yeah, that was back in 2011. Now I use Grammarly to edit. And let me just say, I know people who have New York Times best-selling books, and if I call their names right now, you would know these people too. And they have all kind of errors in their books. I'm not shading. This is their story they told. They have all kind of errors in their book. And I'm not saying don't edit your book, but I'm saying that don't get sucked into it has to be perfect, right? So I use Grammarly, Grammerly, Grammarly. You can Google it. You can use it for free. They do have a paid version. It's like $11 or something a month. And now inside of Google Docs, when I first did this training and created it, it wasn't available inside of Google Docs. So you had to put it in Word and then transfer it over to Google Docs. But now if you just open Google Docs, and if you're like, Shella, what the heck is Google Docs? If you have a Gmail email, you have Google Docs. So if you go to your Gmail, and matter of fact, let me just show you. As the saying goes, I can show you better than I can tell you. So let me just log into one of my Gmail accounts here. And I'm going to show you how to find Google Docs if you don't know. And so Google Docs is like a Word document, and it's absolutely free. And you log into Google Docs, and okay. Let me show you guys on my computer. Let me just tilt my phone a little bit. Okay, so this is my Gmail. It's loading. Can you guys see that? And right here, if you can see where my mouse is moving, right over here to this little box of squares, you're going to click that. And that's going to open up all these menu items. And you may have to scroll down and click more if you don't see it. But my Google Docs is right here. And this is for Gmail users. If you don't have a Gmail email account, you can just go to gmail.com, and start you an email, and you'll get access to, and look, I haven't even used it on this account, so that's why it's telling me to take a tour. And all you want to do is go here and create a blank document. And then this just looks like Word, and you just go here and you type. You can put your title. You can put your header and footer if you want, and you can put your book title and everything here. So let's just really quick show you that. So let's see. I want to put a header, and so I want to say my new ebook on ebooks. Okay, and then if you want to make that into a color, you could just go here, make it into a color. You can make it bigger, make it bold, and then I want to center it. And then that's the title of my ebook. And then down here, I'll just start typing. And you can type your ebook. And let me just show you really quick. Let me see if I can find it. For those of you who say I type slow, I'm not a good typer, I don't, it's gonna take me forever. There's an option in here to speak your book. So if you go into tools, right here is voice typing, and I can click, hi, I just want to show everyone how I speak my book, and it writes by itself. Now, once you do that, you do have to look for your editing because it says pi instead of hi. And you have to speak in a normal speaking voice, but it types it out for you so you can talk your book. And your ebook should not be super, super long. It should be like, I would say no more than 30 pages, and 30 pages is a lot. My work at home ebook, I think it's like 22 pages, but a lot of it is links to jobs. It's not just me writing information, and it's, you know, formatted. So you definitely want to use your bold, you know, your separations, and, you know, make it look nice is basically all I'm saying. Now, another option for those of you who are new to this type of product setup, you can go to a website called Canva, and it's canva.com. And you can go to Canva, and you can use Canva to create your ebook covers. You can use Canva to create your actual ebook itself, the formatting. And as you can see here, these are just some of the designs and things you could do. These are some of my graphics. If you're on my email list, you've seen this one. If you got my free offer, you've seen this one. And I'll put the link to my freebie here in the chat once we're done. I have a Facebook groups masterclass coming up. If you saw my YouTube video, you heard me talk about that. This is the PowerPoint that I started creating for that. This is the cover for my YouTube stuff. You've seen, probably if you've seen my YouTube video, you've seen that. And these are just different things that I've created. Banners in different sizes, different things, and you can use this. Again, it's Canva, canva.com, and you can use that to create your digital product covers and your ebook covers. There's a thing in there for ebooks that you can create your own covers. So you can do all of that absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. So you can actually create a digital product, make money from it, and not pay anything out up front. It is very possible. So let me just make sure I got the last. So Grammarly, Google Docs, your payment. So you can use something called payhip.com. payhip.com. Just be very careful with your titling. If it's a how to make money course, like my course is called Success Secrets to a $19,000 online income. I wouldn't be able to sell that on PayHip. They will shut me down, because they have in the past, because they don't want any make money or get rich titles. Even as sincere as you want to be, they just don't allow it. So if it's potty training or how to lose weight or, anything like that, you're fine. You can use payhip.com. If you need an alternative, you can use eJunkie, EJUNKIE, eJunkie. There's also a site called Pulley. I don't know if it's not pulley.com, but it's a Pulley checkout, like a Pulley cart. There's Send Owl, SENDOWL, Send Owl. And these are all places where you take your digital product, your ebook, you download it or upload it to these sites, and then it creates a link for you. And then when you go and say, hey, you guys, just want to let you know that I have a new ebook out all about the 5 steps to potty training your toddler successfully in 3 to 6 months, or whatever you want to say. You can go to www.whatever it is, and you'll get the link from any of those platforms that you use, and that's how you give them the link. They go there, they purchase, and the money will go to wherever you want it to go, to Stripe. I do not recommend PayPal. I do not endorse PayPal. I do not stand for PayPal. But if you use PayPal, that is completely, absolutely your business. I've used them in the past, but I don't promote them anymore. But if you want to use PayPal, if you're just a beginner, that's probably the easiest, simplest way. Just use it with caution. But there's Stripe. And Stripe is a really good source. It has a little bit of a learning curve, but you can definitely use Stripe. There is a Square app where you can give people an individual link or send them an invoice. You can do that. I don't recommend sending invoices because it's going to use a lot of your time. But if you're just starting and that's the only way you have to go, it's better than nothing at all. People can pay you through email now. People can pay you through Facebook, but that's going to require you to be involved manually to make those payments and send the links and all of that, and then decide who paid you and then send it. So it's easier to set it up on a Send Owl, or if you use ClickFunnels, definitely you can set it up on ClickFunnels, because those will connect to your PayPal or your Stripe, and then it's easier for people just to click the link and you get paid in your sleep. Why not PayPal? I thought they were supposed to be secure. It's not about their security. It's about their methods. And usually people who make more money online have those issues to worry about. But if you're just starting out, like I said, PayPal, you can use it if you're just starting. But I would have in mind a longer term option, especially if you tend to really build a business that is going to make you X amount of dollars. Over time, I've done a lot of things with PayPal in the past. I've had business loans with them and paid those successfully. I've done a lot of stuff through PayPal. A lot of my income, if you watch my How I Made $100,000 Proof video or my $19,000 income video, a lot of that money that I show is from my PayPal account. I just do not recommend them, and it's too long of a story to go into. That's my own personal preference. But if you're just starting out, and that's the easy way for you, then go for it. But I recommend to have an alternate source. I'll just say it like that. I think that's it. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So we got you set up with payment. We got your editing, and we got your platform to house your product on. And the next thing after that would be to market, which I already alluded to a little bit, but I just want to hone back in on use what you have. You have free platforms in social media: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You have so many, YouTube. You have so many platforms to build an audience from. But I don't want you to get weary, because what happens a lot of times that I've seen through my years in doing this is that people get frustrated and they stop because they haven't made money or it's not coming as fast as they want to. And before you stop, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying it to be mean, but this is the process that I think about, because I do this to myself. And I check myself in the same process. Before you decide to stop because you're not getting sales, or you're not making the money that you wanted to make, or people are not paying attention to your product, stop and say, what about my product is not correct? Because not the people that have a problem that you solve, they still have the problem. But why is it that they don't want your solution? What is it about your product that you need to enhance or make better or highlight? It could be that the way you're marketing it, putting it in front of people, is not catching their attention. You can't just throw it on Facebook and say, hey, I got a new book, buy it. Why do I want your book? Why would I just buy your, why? Tell me, entice me. And the number one thing I can say is to talk about the benefits and not the thing. What problem will you solve? What will happen in my life? How will my life be better if I buy your How to Lose 10 Pounds in 10 Days book? Well, duh, I'll lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Obviously, that's the point of the book. But what are the benefits of that? I will have more energy. If you're talking to people that are having problems with energy, problems with sleeping, problems with binge eating, or they have sweets cravings, if you talk about any of those methods inside of that book as part of the main goal, which is weight loss, and the trickle down thing is the reduction in craving sugars or salts, getting energy, how to do it without exercising, or how to do it with minimal exercise, or how to do it with bed exercise or chair exercises, and you talk about that, then that should be what you market or promote to the people, not buy this book and lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Okay, great. Then what? So make sure you're talking about the benefits of your thing, your product, your service, what you're offering. And this is why people are coaches and consultants and never get clients, because they're just, come coach with me. I'm a life coach. First of all, a good amount of people don't want to admit that they need a life coach or a therapist or whatever the case may be. So you saying I'm a life coach is pushing me further away from you than for me to actually come to you, right? What about me coming to you to help with my life is a benefit? So think about that when you're creating your product or whatever you're going to do for your ebook, and write out the benefits. And I don't want to make it seem like this is just super easy, but once you have it set up and you can, you have the product set up, the next thing for you to focus on is the marketing. And that should get the bulk and majority of your time. You can create this ebook product in 3 hours or less. I think I created this one. It's an ebook and an audio when I actually sell it. If you're really interested in getting the whole thing, the whole package, you can inbox me. I'll be happy to give you the link to purchase it. But if you take what I've given you today, you can go and you can get started. I know some people like tangible, physical. I can see it, I can hear it, and that's fine. It's available for sale. I'm just not promoting it to you today because I really do think if you take what I've given you, you can take those steps, go implement them, and create a great, fantastic ebook. And I've had people use this training and create ebooks about Airbnbs, being an Airbnb expert and superhost. I've had people use this product to create on pain management for pain in their body. I've had people create this ebook on how to find work at home jobs. I've done that also myself. People on how to create journals and online digital products that go with journals and printables and stickers and things like that. So you can do your topic on anything you choose to. It's just a matter of you deciding on that one thing that you're an expert in and sharing it with the world. So this has been a pretty meaty training. Again, if you're watching this on replay, #replay, thank you for being here. And if you are not following me on YouTube, subscribe over there. Just type in The Mom Genius on YouTube and be sure to check me out there. I put new videos up every Tuesday and Thursday. This is actually going to go over there for Thursday's video. So if you have any questions, you can email me at payme@myfirst$100online, PAYME@myfirst$100 online. Pay me first at myfirst$100 online is the email address. If you're not in our Facebook group, I would love to have you inside of there. And it's My First $100 Online. If you go to Facebook, search and just type in My First $100 Online, you can request to join the community there, where I do more tips and tricks and give you more steps in creating an online business that will allow you to have freedom, income, impact the world through your service, and allow you to really understand and enjoy a life that is not dictated by someone else, but by you creating your own freedom-based income. So hopefully this has helped you. I'll be back to talk to you guys again really soon. I thank you for being here, sticking out with me, and I hope this training has brought you some some direction on your next product and what it is that you want to create. And if you have more questions, be sure to email me or join me in the Facebook group, and I can answer your questions there. And I hope to see you guys really soon. And if there's any other questions, you can post them. I will come back and answer them. Thank you, Shayla. This was some powerful and detailed training. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you, Miss Denise, for being here. Is that Tanita? Hello, welcome. Be sure to catch the replay. When you finish this training, the step-by-step, you should have your first digital product created with the information that you need to move to marketing and getting in front of an audience who's willing to pay you. Digital products are great. They are a great source of income. I think everybody should have a few of them. I have probably 9 or 10 right now sitting in my store, but I'm creating all new, brand new digital products over the next couple of months. And if you saw my last YouTube video, I talked about everything that I have coming up for the next couple of months. And I have 1, 2, 3 digital products coming out, plus my blog in August. And then I also have a new freebie product that's coming out to you guys, all about affiliate marketing and how to build your affiliate income. And I'm so excited about that one. That product is fire and it's free. So I'm really excited to get that one in front of you guys. That one will be out on August 15th. So until next time, I love you guys for watching. Just go back and watch it. Miss Tanita, don't worry, I'm going to keep it up for the next 24 hours, but it will be moved over to my YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed on YouTube, type in The Mom Genius on YouTube, and then you can subscribe there, and I'm going to upload it over there as well. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.